Hello guys, let me continue with equation 3 and equation 4. If you missed the last session, go to my playlist and you can get the solution of equation 1 and equation 2. Let me start with equation 3. Tell us, write a program that asks for the names of 3 runners and the times it took each of them to finish a race. The program should display who come in first, second and third place. Input validation, only accept a positive numbers for the times. Okay, if the users enter the time taken to finish his race, my program must check and validate to ensure that the time must be a positive number. So let me get started. Because we have 3 runners and every runners must enter name and times, so declare string name declare the array of full length 3 which capture the 3 name of runners, and the float time also array of 3 used to store the 3 time value. After that, by using a for loop, we can allow a user to enter 3 name and its time. I is equal to 0, then I less than 3, I plus plus. Tell the user to enter his name, enter your name, then scene a name of I. After that, tell the user to enter time taken to finish his race, enter time, then scene a time of index I. So for first loop, I is equal to 0, so it allows the first runner to enter name and time. After a first loop to finish, I will be incremented by 1, and it allows the second runner to enter name and time. Also for third, after the loop to be finished, I will be incremented by 2. Also the third runner can be enter the name and time. My question, it needs to validate the time and to ensure that it is positive value. So after enter the time, we must check if it is positive, and if it is not positive, we give the user's error message. So just write time of I. If time of I is less than 0, that's why it means that if time is less than 0, it gives a negative value. So it gives the error message, please enter the post, please time value should be positive, like this. But after make the validation, I need to allow user to enter again its time. So decrement the value of I by 1 to repeat the loop of the user who enters a negative value. So there is the I is equal to I minus 1. Until now we have already a clear credential. After that we find the first, second, and a third. So to check first, second, and third, just using this condition: if time 0 is greater than time 1, which means that if time stored at index 0 is greater than time stored at index 1, and time stored at index 1 is greater than time stored at index 2, it means time stored at index 0 is greater than time stored at index 1 and stored at index 2. So it see out the name of the first place, the name of the second place, and the name of third place. Also it check another condition: if time stored at index 1 is greater than time stored at index 0, and the time stored at index 0 is greater than time stored at index 1, it means that time stored at index 1 is greater than time stored at index 0 and time stored at index 2. So time stored at index 1 will be last, because in order to check the first, last, and the third, we consider a time. For a person who take a long time, it means it finish last, so it takes the last position, which is third place. So in this case, time is greater than all, so it takes the third place, and the time stored at 2 is less than time stored at 0 and less than time stored. So this person use this time, it will be a first place. Also in this case, time stored at index 2, if time stored at index 2 is greater than time stored at index 1, and time stored at index 1 is greater than time stored at index 0, it means time stored at index 2 it takes a long time than the time stored at index 1 and index 0. So this, a person who take the time stored at index 2 will be take the third place, and the time stored at index 0 is less than time stored at index 1 and time stored at index 2. So the person uses time values will take the first place, and the time stored at index 1 is a second one, which takes the second place. And if the users enter the invalid input, it gives this error message: enter the valid input. Run your program and then execute. Run your program. Julius 6, Jamal 3, and Juliet 2. So Julius, it take a short time, so it takes the first place. Jamal 3, he takes the second place, and Julius 6, it takes the third place. Okay, let me answer the fourth equation. Tell us, write a C++ program that will accept grade from users and test if the grade is A, print excellent, if the grade is B, print very good, and if the grade is C, print good, and if the grade is D, print poor, and if the grade is E, print fail. And if the grade does not fall under A, B, C, and D, a user should get a message invalid grade. And in this case, I'm going to using a switch case, but you can use if statement. We have a users enter a character, so declare a character called the grade. After that, tell the user to enter grade, so cout enter your grade here. Then after that, scene a grade. By using switch statement, write switch, then pass the grade value, open curly brackets. For case 1, we check if users enter a grade A. So after enter the grade A, our program it output excellent. Then you break the first case. Break means if a users enter A, it output excellent, then terminate the program. So break used it to terminate a program. Another case is for if a user enter grade B, it output very good, then it break. After that, for case C, it output good, then it break the statement. Case D, if a users enter grade D, it output a fail, no poor, then a break statement. Then a last case, if a users enter grade E, it print fail message, then break the last message. If a users enters an different characters, it give an error message, default tell us invalid grade, in default, to the default you can break or you cannot break, because this is a last statement. So even if you not write a break statement here, our program will be terminated by using a return 0 statement. So for good practice, you can put the break statement here. Okay, run your program and see now enter grade A, it print excellent. Run again, enter D, it print poor. Okay, enter B, it print very good. Enter a different character like H, invalid grade. Okay, don't forget to subscribe my channel to get more information on type.